Hey friends, it's Lynn. I am really sorry that I haven't given an update on my foot in probably about 3 years. I haven't been on social media much at all, actually. So, yeah, I think one of the reasons why is because I haven't really wanted to give bad news. And everyone has their own journey when they have surgery, and certainly my experience, doesn't translate to yours. If you're having a bunionectomy or the Lapidus procedure. But in a nutshell, I would just tell you my best recommendations are to go to an orthopedic surgeon because they have a different approach than a podiatrist will. Right from the start, get a second opinion before you have surgery. Make sure you have an experienced surgeon in the procedure that you're having. I made the mistake of not doing my homework. I just went with our family podiatrist who was really, really good at plantar warts and things like that. My girls did dance. They had issues, with their toes and stuff like that. But for actual surgery, was not a good choice. And a friend of mine had said, go to an orthopedic surgeon because they just have a different approach. And it's true. So I ended up having 3 surgeries total between 2016 and 2017. The first 2 surgeries were done by my podiatrist who messed my foot up really bad. The first surgery, he cut 1/3 of my toe off the length. So it's permanently like stubbed looking. And the Lapidus procedure, like he put it on too much of an angle or something so that the weight of my body doesn't bear on the padded part of the ball of my foot. So it's like stepping on a Lego all the time. The second surgery that he did, because also the bunion came back after the first one, the second one that he did was about 6 months later, and it actually made the situation worse. He also put additional hardware in, like plates, and it looked like a chain link fence on the x-ray, to be honest. So that was worse. And I went to an orthopedic surgeon who said that because I was still having pain, he said that I was in danger of a stress fracture just by walking on my foot. So that was pretty bad. But then I went to the chief of orthopedics at Penn, who is like really, really good orthopedic surgeon and like the head of the department at Penn Medicine in Philadelphia. And he did reconstructive surgery on my foot. So at this point, it's as good as it's going to get, but it's still on this weird angle, and my toe's too short. My toe won't touch the floor. And because of all of this, the other PS to this story is that after 5 years of trying to walk with my weight shifting to the other side of my body, my bunion was on the right foot. So I compensated, because it was painful, compensated to bear more weight on my left side. And as a result, I developed a herniated disc on my left side, and I just had to have spinal surgery in late November, just a couple months ago. And that has been really hard to recover from, and just extremely painful, excruciatingly painful. So it's like a domino effect. It can cause problems, that you might not think about. So my encouragement to everyone would just be to do your research ahead of time, get second opinions, third opinions, if you're not comfortable, before you have anything done. And then, just try to follow the advice of your doctor and rest, give yourself a lot of grace. Know that it will take time, but if I could go back and do it all over again, I would never have had my podiatrist do it, or any podiatrist. I would just go straight to an orthopedic surgeon. And PS, if somebody is going to ask about litigation, we did look into having 3 different lawyers take a look at the case, and they said that there was evidence, but that it wouldn't be compelling enough to get any verdict in our favor, because feet and knees are especially hard to prove, especially because I had my first 2 surgeries by a podiatrist. There's a different school of thought that governs what podiatrists do and the approach that they would take to a problem, and that they're sort of that's a protection for them. So it's hard to prove in court that he did the wrong thing. He did what maybe he was trained to do. Who knows? I'm not sure. I think he knows that he messed my foot up, and he ended up leaving the practice here in Pennsylvania shortly after having my 2nd surgery, within a year, moving to Atlanta. Anyway, I'm going to show you my foot, both with flip-flops on and without. So let me try to do that. Here are my feet currently. You can see that, well, the bunion is gone. The scars have become much less, so that's good. That's a good thing. But you can see my big toe on my right foot is much shorter than my left toe, and I'll try to get a picture of the bottom of my foot. The weight, because of the Lapidus procedure, my foot's still on this angle. My big toe floats up. I'm not doing that. I'm not raising my toe. It's just permanently like that. My weight bears right here, where you can see I've developed quite a bad callus. And as I said, it's like stepping on a Lego. My weight should be bearing in the middle of my foot on the ball, the padded part, but it's not, and that'll never change. And I'm gonna try to show you. I'm bearing weight on my foot now. Can you see that my big toe is floating? It doesn't, I mean, I can try to touch the ground, but it doesn't. It just basically floats all the time, and my weight bears on that callus. So all that said, that's how my situation turned out. I know that everyone's situation is different. I hope you all are doing well. I probably won't be posting more about my foot. I feel like I'm pretty much at the end of my journey with this, but I do get notifications, and if I see that someone has posted a question or a comment, I will do my very best to respond. If I post anything in the future, I might end up, posting about other things. Probably won't be about my foot though, because I'd rather not dwell on it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to have my back heal now from the spinal surgery that I had in the fall, and get myself back on a healthy track and be in a better place. So I wish you all well. Happy 2021. Let's hope it's a great year.